the lower level you are compared to monsters, right? If I'm lower than them, then their chance to pull their area to attack me is larger. And then when I'm higher level than them, it's smaller. So when you're lower level, you have to be very careful when you're traversing some of these areas, because you can quickly have 2 or 3 monsters on you and you're just kind of toast. Yeah, let's just go turn this in real quick in case there's a chain. I think there is a chain quest for this. Let's grab this. What do I get at 16? At 16 I get Righteous Fury and Retribution Aura. Retribution Aura deals damage when I get hit, and Righteous Fury is for tanking. It essentially increases my threat towards enemies for holy damage.
Excellent recovery, adventurer. I never thought I'd see these tools again. During the last orc invasion, we were forced to smelt our iron down to make bullets, swords, and armor. We sent word to Stormwind for a new shipment of materials, but a band of Red Ridge Gnolls hijacked the caravan and ran off into the hills behind Lakeshire. Now we're coming up short on supplies to get this bridge rebuilt. If you can bring me 5 iron pikes and 5 iron rivets, adventurer, I'll make sure you're rewarded. Now let's get to work.
So paladins mainly deal holy damage with their abilities, and so what threat is think of threat as like a bar you're building up that has no end to it, and so you're essentially building up the enemy's like anger towards you. And so if they're angry at you, they're going to attack you. But if another player builds up more threat than you, more anger, then they're going to attack that player. So as the tank in the group, it's my job to make all the monsters mad at me so they only attack me. And then the healer only has to heal me. They don't have to heal multiple people. And so that's why Righteous Fury is a needed spell, because it helps me build anger faster towards all the monsters around me when I'm dealing damage. And so that leaves the damage dealer, like this warlock, he's then able to just deal as much damage as he can, so we kill the monsters faster and get through the dungeon quicker. Guys got all kinds of potions going on. I need poachers. Bulls. Yeah. You charge so fast on this server too. It's funny watching warriors charge and they're just absolutely wild. Let me go get that. Opening a barrel of milk out in the wilderness. Absolutely, hero. Yeah, it's yeah, I try to explain things like people don't fully understand. Because I want everybody to be able to understand what's going on, because I think they'll enjoy it more if they kind of understand what they're seeing. And that's the beauty of classic Warcraft as opposed to retail, is there's so much going on in retail that even I've been playing for 20 years and sometimes I'm just like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing. So should be it for me. Rebuff. And then we need to, we can do, yeah, we can get the animals on the other side too, so we'll just farm them as we go. These dragons are a little rough. These things hit so hard. Need to run. It's higher level than me, so it hits really hard with its abilities. A lot of health away. Combat, we're okay. Right. Hope everybody's having a great morning. We are progressing through Red Ridge and shooting for dead mines today, or at least the availability for dead mines. Cool to go in there, but I don't want to do it until 20 because I'll be tanking.
There's a sizable force of gnolls in camp there, and from what you tell me, they are tough ones. It must not have been easy for you to gather this intelligence. Here you are, adventurer. We are grateful for your aid, and if you haven't already done so, speak with Marshal Maris and Magistrate Solomon within Lakeshire. Our situation grows ever more desperate. Those two will have need of you, I'm sure.
Is there a sign or something that I miss? Oh, it's over here.
What are you looking for?
Head north and go get some. They're a little bit too high level, but them out a little bit. What level are these guys? He's level 19. Okay. I think I need to finish out this level. At 16 I might be able to come back up here. These guys are a little bit too high level for me at the moment. Head back down and across. We have an ad break coming up in a minute and a half. If you guys are not subscribed, there will be some ads. Yeah, I'm gonna try the alternate method for breaking down the Let's Plays today and see. It took essentially all day yesterday to do all 4, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to break down the 4 and then the bottleneck would be uploading them to YouTube as opposed to the actual break down into 4 roughly equal parts, and then the enhancements that I do to them, just to make the audio a little bit clearer in some areas. Gotta be careful because there are a lot of dragons around here. Something kind of funny, you really don't fight a lot of dragons in Warcraft. Like, not full-grown ones. You fight a lot of whelps, which are little ones. And you fight dragonkin, which look kind of like centaurs, but they're dragons. They're really interesting looking. But you don't fight a lot of actual dragons. And I think that's kind of weird for a fantasy game, right? A fantasy MMO. Because in most, in most fantasy settings, the hero is fighting a dragon to save whoever. Which is interesting that in Warcraft you just really don't dragons that much. Thank you for poisoning me right before you die. Okay. Slowly cruising here. I've got a couple of ideas for not this set of Let's Plays. This one's I'm pretty set with what I'm doing with this one. It's just almost like the raw video. I put an intro and an outro and just break it up. But on subsequent Let's Plays, I'm probably going to be much more in depth on the video editing. I'm trying to figure out some cool stuff from videos that I saw like a decade ago. There's some old DayZ videos and they did some really cool things with maps. So I was looking up how to do it last night. And it doesn't seem too hard. I just don't know if I have the right version of the video software. But we'll figure it out. So, yep, just like everything, it's just getting it off the ground to start with these videos, and then I will refine the process. spider meat. Got some copper over here, unless this guy's going for it. Going for it. Go ahead, big dog. I will take spider. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Because I usually, unless there's something I want while leveling, I usually just kind of cruise. I don't really worry about professions until I get closer to 60, and then I'll come back and knock it all out. It's a lot easier running around on a mount than it is running around on your feet. You know, level up your mining and stuff. Yeah, I want to make a survival hunter, tank shaman, smite priest. I may just end up playing here moving forward. I'm digging this. It's a lot less stress than on the PvP server, because I can farm how I want, and the content comes a little bit easier. Because I don't have to worry about getting ganked if I'm trying to make a video on farming spots or things like that. So I'll probably just stay here, and then my warlock and rogue over there. The rogue, the videos I want to make are inside of dungeons anyways. Same thing with the warlock for the most part. So I can leave them there and get them geared out. Plus I really like the guild over there. We will just keep on keeping on. Yeah. Shout out to Phoenix. On Telebeam if you guys are watching. You're literally the only reason I'm staying on the PvP server. Because everybody's so awesome. So. So a couple buddies got me on this maybe like a month ago. And okay, that's gonna be nice. Yeah, like a month ago. And then I'm like, yeah, come play on the PvP server, it's gonna be great. And then I rolled my rogue and I got to like level 20, and then they quit playing. They went to Burning Crusade. The Burning Crusade pre-launch, and haven't been back since. So it's yeah, it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny. I'm sure we all have friends like that. Friend groups that get you to start playing something, and then you're just waiting. You're just like, yeah, they'll disappear. I enjoy it because I was gonna start playing on Classic Era, but those servers are just so, I don't know, they're just so counterproductive to me, right? Because I want to play to have fun, but the amount of RMT going on is, I don't know, unless I just want to play by myself, you know, in terms of high-end stuff, I don't see myself playing there. But maybe, I don't know, maybe Burning Crusade will have some fun stuff. I would end up rolling a Paladin in that, and I'm sure there's probably a million Paladins, or a tank shaman. But like I said, they've got the accelerated timeline, so it's not ideal for me. As we're here, you know, I can roll some janky stuff, make a spell power rogue or something. And I've got all the time in the world, because yes, they're coming out new raids, but the gap between gear sets I don't think is as big. In retail, it's insane. Going from like last season's tier set or last raid's tier set to the next one is such a big jump, and yeah, kind of have to do it if you want to stay relevant here. It's like, you know, you'll wear the same level 40 helmet on a feral druid, you know, that like forever. You know, maybe not here, right? I don't know all the nuances of this specific server, but you kind of get the general idea that gear can last a lot longer here, especially if it's build enabling. We need 2 more Gorta snouts, and by then we'll turn in and hopefully be keen, equip the shoulders, and then go across the bridge and start smacking the monsters up there around. That might be a little too close to that Drake. I'm gonna end up pulling it. Yeah, nope, got it. Clean. We're cruising right along. We're on schedule. I need to briskly hit like 17 so that tomorrow I can push for 19. But if I go get full rested after stream and then park it right back where I was, that's going to help a ton. And honestly, you probably won't notice it. I'll just level pretty quick on like the first one. Usually rested lasts for like an hour, 2 hours, so. Yeah, the fact that they have like Holy Strike, Crusader Strike here is pretty game changing for Paladins because they didn't have that, and that was actually they had them in actual vanilla, you know, classic WoW. They just didn't have them enabled for Paladins, and it was like it was a game design choice. They were kind of seen as like a support buff class. And that's why their blessings only last 5-10 minutes. Is because that was supposed to be their spells when they're fighting, is they're constantly buffing people and rotating the blessings. That's where their mana was supposed to be going. Obviously, it's not super engaging gameplay, but you got to think back in 2004, 2005, that was probably kind of stressful on PCs. You know, trying to constantly buff people during a raid, especially because you didn't have the add-on support that you have today. So everybody was using like X Pearl and trying to make their UI as nice as possible, but it still just wasn't quite there. And healing, huh? Hmm. I just need 2 more Greater Gorgeous now. And then Tough Condor meets. Could have sworn that I have to go knock out the Murlocs down here too. Where's that quest at? Hardcore. T3. Looks like I'm starting to get that. It's like almost right on cue. About an hour and a half in. And that weird memory leak. We'll get out of range, we'll get over here, and then I will relaunch real quick. Let's go, be right back. Right, and we are back. Plus the 16. Equipping those shoulders. For the Condors. Condor. I'm pretty close to leveling, so I might. We're gonna buff his pet. Yeah, for some reason. Interesting. So it doesn't let me buff his pet. It lets me heal it though. That was really close. I am having a little snack, so I was not paying as much attention as I probably should have. And it almost cost me a run. Alright, and the Dr. Pepper is officially gone. This guy's having issues. Let me see if I can. Here. Oh no. I can't toss that third heal. He needs to get his. No, he's done. I'm running. The humanoid monsters, such as the Murlocs, when they get low health, they run. And they'll run to their buddies, and then their buddies come and attack you. And so that's what makes humanoid monsters so dangerous, especially at lower levels, is the fact that they can just keep bringing more and more, because you get this guy low and he runs and goes and grabs his buddy, and then you get his buddy low and he'll run and go grab his buddy, or there's a couple over here, he'll go grab both of them, you know. And so it's just, it gets very, very dangerous very quickly. I am so close. I need 36 XP and then I can equip these shoulders. And equipping shoulders is kind of a big deal because it's a bunch more armor. So the way that armor works is it mitigates percentage of physical damage you take. So most of these monsters actually attacking me hit me for physical damage. Want to kill them fast like wasps. Gotta commit, if not you better run. Yeah, and normally what you do is you kind of whittle them down, and then you save your crowd control or your big burst for the end to take them out before they have the chance to run. Here we go. Got that. Equip shoulders. So now I take a little bit less damage. So if you look at my armor, I have, so against a level 16 monster, they deal 42% less physical damage to me, right, when they like punch me. So that's why equipping more armor is good. So if you look now, so I go from 39.8, I equip the shoulders that have 115 armor, and I go to 42.1. So I gain over 2% damage reduction against people punching me. And so that's also why most of your tanks are, pretty much all of your tanks in Classic were either a Paladin and a Warrior that were plate, which is like the highest armor items, and a Druid. What they would do is they go bear form, so they wear leather, so it doesn't have as much armor, but their bear form increases the armor by like 100%. So if it has 200 armor on it, then it's at 400, and it's comparable to a lot of plate. But they would also have very high health pools. So it was just, yeah. But that's also why these magic monsters are so scary at low level. Because even though I have high armor for my level, the magic bypasses it. It's not affected by armor. So I take the full magical damage. And that's why you need to make sure you put health, which is stamina, in as many pieces as you can at lower level as well. Stamina and armor kind of play into each other for a tank. So if you have really high armor but low stamina, you're gonna mitigate a lot of damage, but you don't have a very big health pool. Or if you have a high health pool and low armor, then you're gonna take a lot of damage, but you have a big health pool. It's still kind of the same. You want a mix of both, and in that way, you're gonna have the best what's called mitigation, which is essentially just damage reduction. Let me put this point in. So what I'm putting in here is to increase my chance to hit with melee attacks and spells. So I'm just increasing my chance to hit. That way, if let's say I'm level 16 and fighting a level 18, 19, then I have a higher chance to be able to deal damage to them. Because what happens is, as monsters get higher level than you, your chance to hit them goes down. So you want to use items, equipment, and abilities or talents to increase your chance to hit. And so that way you can still deal damage to monsters even if they're higher level than you. This level 5 rogue. That was probably such a stressful run. As a level 5, we're coming up here. They're coming up here to come get the flight path, but it's still such a spicy run to get up here. That's funny. That's a druid. I really like playing druids. Druids are fun too, because you can stealth around. So essentially, you go into cat form and sneak around, and then but you can be a tank, or you can be a healer, or you can be a mage damage dealer or a melee damage dealer. Druids can kind of do it all. You just need to, like, I always say, to hyper focus on one thing and do it, but you have the availability to do whatever you want with them, which is super fun. Okay, so yeah, these guys are not orange to me anymore, they're yellow, so hopefully we can connect here. Yep, we're doing some damage, so we should be okay on these guys. He was trying to heal. We're not going to let that happen. Now he's running because he's a humanoid. Okay, now what other food do I have? Oh, why is... I didn't think he would come down there. I have some other food right there. Go ahead and toss a heal out. And we are cruising on the iron pikes and the rivets. So we can. He's done. Don't think I got a rivet on that. Oh, I did. Interesting. So it didn't show both. Probably should not. Down a bandage. And right back to it. And now we need to run. I don't have a mana potion. Okay, no, we're far enough away. He pathed weird, so we're far enough away now. We should get away. I did not get a rivet. Run down this way. That might have been that was definitely preempted, but I did not want him getting off a lightning bolt and then just killing me. All right, and we're back out. Let's go get this last rivet. Then we can go back to town and sell. That's gonna be spicy. We're gonna see if we can't grab this guy on the nope. That mystic just walked right towards him. Okay, cool. He's moving away. Hopefully the mystic will move away as well. Oh, okay, cool. Did not. Right. That was a big hit. We like to see those. There we go. Got that rivet. Now we can go turn this in. Oh. See, because I'm such low level compared to him that he pulled from fairly far away, and he's dealing some decent damage, but we'll just keep cruising. Go vendor first.
Hello. Great work, adventurer. These supplies will help the bridge effort immensely. We'll
Let's
get
grab
this
these
sorted up
gloves.
in no time.
These gloves. Out. And then we'll put, I got some medium armor kits, so we'll put one on the gloves. Probably. There. Let me. No, here.
How are you?
Over here, vendor. Oh, vendor. Okay. Aid. Let's craft up a bunch of bandages. Thank you, hero. Yes, I'm drinking right now. Right, we're gonna head back across the bridge here. Farm up these condor meat and the snouts. Memories, the people militia. Westfall. You just don't want to 36% chance to drop, and they are not wanting to drop. Heal, give me a heal. What do we get at 18? At 18 we get what's not big. I wonder if you can call bubble hearthing on this server. You use divine protection, so you don't take any damage, but you need one that the max of rank one I think is 10 or 12 seconds. And then you can use your Hearthstone. Yeah, you use your Hearthstone to teleport back. And so what some paladins do is they have a macro or custom button where it automatically bubbles and then Hearthstone. They click it and it does both at the same time. And so then you become immune to all damage and then you teleport back home. So essentially, if you're in a bad spot or something like that, you can literally just bubble hearth out. Not finding any condors over here. There we go, there's one right there. Condor, give me your meats. Knocking me down. right. Let's try to take out the whelp. Go over here. There's a condor flying around. I'm having a problem with these. Dusk. Snouts just don't want to drop. All right. It is already 10 o'clock. We are halfway. That's awesome. I have already downloaded the bot from yesterday, and then later today I will try to do a new method to split it into 4 and see if that works out a little bit better. There we go. Now that we've got that snout, maybe the last one will drop here. And nope. Got a ring now. Don't need it. Warm boots. Don't need those either. Oh, don't like that. Like that. Pull up and hit this contour. Healing up. Condor meat's dropping a little more regularly than the Gortus snouts. Finding condors is the problem. Hmm. For task, we'll see if we get the snap. Right. Both these condors are gonna drop their meat. One right there. Alright, see if we can outrun the condor. The other black. Oh, okay, I think that fence saved us there. Yep, fence saved us. Now we should be able to heal up and do this condor unless that guy goes and pulls it. Okay, cool. I'm like, whoa. All right. Nope, no condor meat, but maybe this one. Stop what I need. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to call it for now. I will likely be back later. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate everybody that tuned in.